desk. 2-0 North. That's what Dust is saying. And you know what? A little part of me, I can understand as to why. The rest of the map pool definitely does not favor the younger Danes. That is unarguable. And I think it's kind of a tragedy because they go for the North pick, or excuse me, they go for the nuke pick, ensuring themselves a map, I would argue. Yeah. Right? I do expect them to pick up this opening one, but then it's almost like it's short-sightedness because you've allowed for the rest of the veto to go to your opponent's favor. So I'm if my opinion's worth anything at all, gonna have to say 2-1 North.
I really want to see that third map. I won't lie. Like,
me too.
That is the most exciting factor in this for me because Inferno is just such a good middle ground for these two teams. I think Overpass, I don't see that going any other way than North. I realistically don't think we'll be able to see Fragsters take that one. So for that argument, I hope Fragsters take Nuke just to move us to Inferno. But really, again, we've kind of harped about this a little bit over the last couple of days. Which North to show up? Because Fragsters have looked consistently good the entire event. We know North have the higher skill ceiling, at least from what we've seen, the evidence that we know, these players. But it's more, do they reach their peak? Do they perform to the level they should? So a big question mark on this game. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's an easy prediction either way. But
you know what?
Yeah?
I'm going to be the flipper flopper.
Are you going
I'm doing 2-1 Fragsters.
That's what I, yeah.
Let's go through maps. Let's get this Danish derby underway. Let's get ourselves the last grand finalist of the Bets.net Masters here in Kiev. It's going to have to start off on their pick. It is Nuke, of course, from Fragsters, something we've seen them take over both Virtus.pro and Gambit. Hugo Byron, I'm excited for this one.
T-side for Fragsters as well. A chance for them to show their style, and that will be straight towards ramp in the pistol round. North with a heavy A play, but they rotated the ramp players up through the heaven, and that's the wrong call to make. Fragsters are down on B. A man in the vent's trying to catch rotations, but AZ just drops him. Falls into the vent with a headshot, tries to follow up, but he doesn't realize Stown's already so close up. Fragsters have taken control of the B site, and they're going to follow up as well. Stown doing more damage. KRB forced off the angle, and he's just sandwiched in this B site. Bubsky even finding more, and Fragsters, this is looking so damn good on the pistol round.
Yeah. Sick. Oh, there's okay. We we talk about them being quiet, like it is the first round of the map, round of the series, and these guys are stoked. Now, can they convert it?
And the first time as well. Yeah, that's a whole question mark, Connor. Let's not get into that. Now, this is the first game Fragsters have played here where they haven't got the home crowd against them. Gambit, VP,
yeah, that's true. That's
Hellraisers, every time
and
the home crowd has been cheering for the opposition.
After their loss to Hellraisers as well, right? We were speaking to their manager, and he's saying like, yeah, the crowd, the whole stage situation, it all got in their heads. It was too much to handle. Now they don't have that. This is something that maybe they'll be a little more comfortable with. But AZ does still take two. On the ump, he's nearly got himself a third swapping to this pistol, but it does stop there for now. Oh, Mertz, Deagle headshot. Pomps refresh. Now, of course, that bomb will be planted over for the mini side, but Valde drops downwards, and he's firing with the 5-7. Eventually gets it, but damn, that's close. North with 4 frags with their force buy. Things got scary on the A side.
Usually I would say that, oh, that's such a bad round for Fragsters. I can't believe they lose 4 players. But that's one of the first time we've seen them convert pistols. Yeah. So props to them. They get away with it. Fantastic stuff. North now obviously going to have to grit their teeth for the full eco. A pause coming in, maybe technical here. It's looking like that is the case. So we'll be waiting for that to get sorted out. Something wrong with AZ's PC. And then we'll be getting back in. Either way, Fragsters converting a pistol round is always nice. They've got one more to do, but this shouldn't be too much of a hassle again with North and a full eco. And again, Fragsters, T-side of Nuke, already off to a potential 3-0 start. That's definitely going to make things easier going forward.
The way that AZ's keyboard was flashing on and off, it screams to me a PC restart maybe.
Well, hopefully it should make a difference. He seemed fine, at least in the round.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely did. Nearly actually got that other one by the box. The player Mertz eventually destroyed. They understand now they're not allowed to talk. Technical pause. If anybody speaks, we'll chop your fingers off.
With your toes. No, that's just dust. But yeah, I honestly, I really hope we have a good game here. I really hope we have a 3-mapper regardless of the outcome at the end of the day. And what a story it would be for Fragsters to be able to defeat North, right? Supposedly the second best Danish team, although, I mean, even then, I would say Heroic definitely rivaling for that mark at the moment. They've looked pretty good recently.
Hey, even with the loss of Yugi, right, who just kind of disappeared into the Danish woods.
Well, I remember when S-Tag rejoined this team, as temporarily as it may be, he has been so sick. Like, he joined the first event that Yugi kind of disappeared off the face of the earth was the ECS qualifiers, and he just went off. He just destroyed everyone. S-Tag was dropping 25 kills a map. So, yeah, okay, you may be missing your main AWPer and without a doubt the star of the team. Definitely not good, and it's not easy to make up for that. But, hey, S-Tag's been doing his best at the very least.
Absolutely. I guess that is kind of like reinvigorating, right? When you're playing on one of the better Danish teams in the scene.
Yeah.
You get benched as the 6th man, which can't feel all too good. And then you do get that opportunity to bounce back, right? You're kind of you're given a second chance, and you definitely want to prove yourselves. But speaking of proving themselves, man, Fragsters have been lights out this weekend. We keep saying this, right? No matter which stage of the tournament they ultimately get up to, it's like, well, this surely is the end of the road.
Yeah.
And then they go a little further.
We've said that every best of 3.
Yeah, which is why I'm sick of writing them off. I'm just going to say they do it, right? Let's go for the
Cinderella story.
The full entire fairy tale. Although I do think this is, again, I always feel like when we get into these domestic games, you have to give the edge to the top dog. Just feels like, you know, it's that essence of gatekeeper. We watch both these teams ultimately lose to Hellraisers, right? That's kind of another fun storyline with this matchup is both these teams were pushed into the lower bracket by Hellraisers, who they are now looking to go face in the finals. That's why I love this tournament format. So,
yeah, and again, even, well, obviously, whichever team makes it up against Hellraisers, for them to beat them would be a pretty difficult ask. Like, the Hellraisers have 2-0'd everyone in this tournament. Hellraisers have not played a 3-map series yet, and they've gone straight through the upper bracket with no issue. So, regardless of the outcome of this game, I think the grand final is going to be a difficult one for either North or Fragsters. Hellraisers are definitely looking good to try and pick up that first place slot. And again, with that, Connor, they get a space at Star Series Season 5 as well, so they will be back in Kiev.
Yeah, that's nice, right? It's not only obviously a victory and an accomplishment, but it gives you this kind of this little bit of longevity, an even bigger opportunity just around the corner. 1 month or so from now. End of May or end of June? End of May, beginning of June.
There we go. Bit of both. 28th to the 3rd, if I'm correct. But I think we're getting back in. It's looking ready. Coach is hyped up.
I like this turtleneck jacket.
Yeah. Yep. You've been going on about these
I'm really, yeah, I'm all in on the new North apparel.
No, social media of North need to hit you up and give you one because you're a big fan.
At Scrawny CG. No armor, no pistols other than the P250 on AZ. This is the continuation of Fragster's early success.
All these rifles going straight outside as well. North not ready with a weaponry to hold this one off as you would expect. They try and contest. The delayed push from Fragsters gives time for KB to wrap up the stairwell so he can try and do something here with the USP, but again, with 4 rifles posted on this position, it's easier said than done. Fragsters taking their sweet, sweet time here. Outside, a far more common place to go in these anti-ecos. As you know, North aren't going to have rifles to play at a range, so pistols really not best for the job. Fragsters instead going to give up some of this control, go back towards the lobby. Keep a couple guys outside. You can always split main if you want to go for that A play. Very common here, as we've seen lately. But
here's the thing, right? Fragsters are playing this round very meticulously, very slowly. And that's something that they've been doing very well. If there's any kind of question mark moving forward with this series, I'm wondering when North will just start disrespecting them, right? I want to see North try to disrupt Fragsters when they're going for these setups, because if you start taking away, you know, pieces of their setups, pieces of their initial game plan, then maybe they don't actually execute with so much ease. But these kills are all too easy. They've taken Fort and AZ beneath the grating. Can't quite finish off that one. They've figured him out. They've got that bomb coming inwards. And even Stown survives.
Yeah, I mean, that's a confident fight there for Stown. He's just constantly re-peaking on like 20 points of health. Still gets the kill. 5-1 for him, and 3-0 for Fragsters. Very good start into this first map of the best of 3, but North do have an AWP ahead of them, a full buy on the cards. And this is going to be definitely something to watch out for. Mertz on the AWP again. Kind of talked on the analyst desk. A little bit quiet so far this event. We need him to have a sick performance, and if there was any game to step up, it would be against the Danish counterparts. Their chance to get a victory here and head to the grand final. Straight into an A main push though for Fragsters. They're going to take the A site. Look at the pace.
That was so fast it scared me.
Yeah.
I didn't realize what we were getting into, but it is a 5 versus 3. The damage was dealt back the other way. 2 of Fragsters' players are tagged up initially, but North, they're nowhere to be found in this bomb site. Incredibly fast round from Fragsters. The moment North get... I mean, I'm talking about the meticulous setups, the respect that North need to not give them, and then instantly we have Fragsters doing that opposite. So, wow, what a complete and total change of pace, and look what it's got them. A 4th round of the board.
The Danish disrespect, this time coming from the T's, Connor. Although, good exit positions for North. Very common you'll see T's exit in through the lobby, so we may see North finding some kills on the retreat. The issue is, if they lose a single player, it's going to limit, maybe incapacitate this buy for the next round. They want to keep everyone alive at the very least, and Valde, he's getting hunted. Does have teammates in the spawn to deal with them, though, so Mertz drops refresh. And I don't think Fragsters even need to chase this. Build up your own money. Focus on your own game. Don't look for North's kills. And they will. So 1 man down, but it's not a problem for Fragsters. They have a full buy once again. And North, they've got to drop over some guns. In fact, they won't even opt to do that. They're just going to stick with a couple of pistols here because they know they can get the buy up next round at the very least with max loss bonus. So it will be a bit of a throwaway round again for North. If these rifles can actually find success, that would be great, but not expecting it.
Let's see where Mertz gets off to. He's going to be playing inside the A site up above. Easy wants to get back into his position, but the door has been blown open. A lot of people have lost in the smoke. Valde actually comes in from ramp, but he can't get anything for it. It could have been a prime position. Mertz will still catch Bubsky on the backside, but a 4 versus 2 regardless. There was definitely an opportunity for Valde to shut down that round.
Yeah, big one as well. They run past him. Everyone had the knives out, but he completely whiffs a shot. And now it's left just 2 on North. Can't even really go for this one. Again, they'll have the buy next round at the very least, so you know you can at least attempt it. But realistically, it's just not a 1 round. You may as well keep the money for a rainy day. Mertz is going to hear all these footsteps, but will he hit the shot? That's a no, and he's going to get a second opportunity. Follows up. Definitely going to save his life with that one. So North can fall back with 2 weapons, but Frags is still find a 5th round on the board, Connor. And these buys have been very convincing as well. Holding on to 3 players in this one, 4 in the previous. Money's being made for Frags and North. They need to get around on the board soon.
Yeah, they need to win next round right away.
Yeah.
You want Fragsters to get to that 6-0 start, especially not on the T side. Valde with 1 kill. MSL still 0. I believe it's AZ as well down there at the bottom of the board, so obviously they've been caught off guard so quickly. No, excuse me, it's Kirby. Overwhelmed in their last full gun round, but I'm sure now immediately once North gets to the meeting grounds, they will be throwing those grenades onto the floor. Molotovs, frags, as they please. One actual change Fragsters could make here is to just step up the pace on the outer play. Just go for a quick wrap off this wall of smokes. Dust was very much praising that deep smoke wall over towards Locker Room in Heaven, but this time, they will just try to get down into Secret. Mertz does pluck one off the cross. That's an opening, and AZ's ready to receive this push with a fresh magazine in his M4A4. But he is pushed off slightly. I love the grenade usage from Fragsters. Just far enough that he can't actually hold the lip of the staircase. He can't even try to keep his eyes through those flames.
There are 2 players down there, though, for North. So if Fragsters commit, this is going to be a bloodbath down in the hallways. Mertz continuing to take down players on the outside as now Fragsters limited to these last 3 down the stairs. 1 found, but it's a 1-for-1. And again, already 2 men down. Dragonfly with a big trade, but it comes in too late. His teammate's dead. The opportunity lost, and a 1v3 presenting itself. Much easier said than done, and MSL will make it done. North with their 1st round on the board, they needed that one.
Yeah, definitely. And it starts with Mertz outside, right? Despite the smoke grenades in his face, despite them trying to go for that late lurk as well, catching him off guard, he gets 2 kills in the round, and then they have enough of a rotation down into the B-bomb site, obviously made simple by the fact that there's no pressure anywhere else, that they're able to hold it off. So North definitely get ahead of that one, and most importantly, opening it up with those 2 kills is Mertz, playing back by the Heaven, finding 1 on the cross, and then again, that late lurk too. That was kind of Fragsters' insurance policy. Had that player been able to drop Mertz in that AWP, then maybe things get a little shaky. But North, solid hold, solid round, 1-5.
Not solid health, though, for Dragonfly. He's just been mollied out and squeaky down to 30 health so early on. Fragsters looking for this big reset here. We are going to see them on the roof, throwing some smokes down. And again, as mentioned by Dust, Fragsters have some nice executes on this T side. They have some smokes that are very deep towards the outside. So instead of just going for that standard smoke wall that we saw, they kind of cut off the heaven, they cut off the hell. They allow outside to be taken. They want to take the gunfights and isolate maybe the 1 or 2 players from North that are playing outside. And there they are. Those are the smokes. Mertz misses a shot peeking out wide and has to fall back to the safety of the site. Maybe going in for a little bit more around the edge of the smoke, trying to catch someone off guard, and he does see Refresh. There's a big one as well. Kirby finds Torben in the meantime, so 2 picks the way of North, and the bomb dropped in the open. Mertz caught on the rotation, and suddenly we're back into a 3-on-3.
Yeah, this is just winning duels now. Everything's so separate. Valda even getting himself yet another. MSL taking the place of Heavens as Stown drops Valda back. Now, again, separate 1-versus-1 engagements as left Stown all alone. We've seen incredible things from him this weekend. A clutch on top of it would be icing on the cake, but he's gotten back his bomb. 25 seconds to play off of. Either he needs to go down lower right here, right now, or he's going to wrap in through mini. His options are quite limited. And he has, in fact, gone to the right bomb site, because if he walked into A, he'd have 2 players, and he'd be standing in the open. Molotov to the vent will delay this immediate peek. Smoke as well should give him just enough cover. AZ's going to go running through it. Now they're incredibly low. Now he can spray them down, and he separates the first. But can he get the next? Not yet. MSL misses his chance as the door closes in his face. And Stown's going to come back. MSL's going to stick it. He's got it. The ball's on this man.
Really well played as well. MSL giving away his position on the spray through the door there. You saw him hesitate, just thinking, is it worth it? Do you think I can take the kill before he exits that position? But no, Stown doesn't believe that MSL is stuck on the bomb, and I don't blame him as well. Like, that's the reason that's so good from MSL is because the bomb had so much time left on it that to stick the bomb into the seconds after it was planted is just a really big risk from MSL. But well played. Keeps North in this for now. Reset can't come through for Fragsters, and again we have a full buy for both teams, so keeping the best of things. But will Fragsters be able to come back in with one now? Because it would still have the same effect. North lost 4 players in that previous round. They've got nothing to fall back on in terms of economy. Fragsters look for a pick outside already. Dragonfly trying to challenge, but you never really see Mertz with that AWP in the garage. He likes to play more passive towards the CT spawn on this map. So we'll see if that's challenged at all. Fragsters with a heavy flash setup outside, but still with the players in lobby, we could see an A-site burst.
They're definitely thinking about it. Stown would be the first man in. Fragsters haven't given up all of their roof control in order to come group themselves together. They still have all of their Molotovs too. Dwindling smokes. Valde's about to get pushed in here. They are separate, and MSL's already picked up 1. Mertz is here to support as well, so the op starts firing off, and Bubsky gets a little bit of space to work with as his team doubles back. In fact, Mertz offers up the angle. So Bubsky is now uncontested. And Dragonfly is just looking to pick somebody off of the A bomb site. They're going to slow this down. They do have the chance to. And the health is incredibly low for 2 of these CTs. And Bubsky. Aha! Nice repositioning from Mertz.
He's playing checkers. Bubsky, Mertz playing chess as now Fragsters. They've lost their flank. They've just got to commit to it. They've got to go for the run right out. MSL on the angle. Second player pushing back in as well. AZ going to try and support, but it's MSL to round the corner. Second kill from him, or third in the round as well, and that will be the round for North. It's nice to see MSL starting off things early today, because again, we've seen such a disparity between his performance this event. Top fragging versus Godsent, and putting up almost no kills yesterday up against Hellraisers.
I really like that repositioning from Mertz. You know, going back towards CT spawn. It's a good way to punish either, well, what used to be the old wraparound, right, with the catwalk that's now been removed. So a lot of back corners, like spawns aren't positions on Nuke. And that's something that's really weird about Nuke, right, is how far the spawns are away from the rest of the map. They're just kind of extended down the halls. But if you do get players in there, it can be so common to catch men off guard. Which is what happens there. Had he been pressured from outside, then it's a whole other story. But Dragonfly and co, when they do commit, those lurks really haven't come into fruition for them, right? We see it get shut down by Mertz 1 round, and I would say more often than not, there isn't actually that extra layer. They're just trying to trade frag, which is something they do well, so it's understandable. But they're allowing North back into this game. It's the last buy they can afford with the cash they have. They need to win this one, or it's pistols, and MSL starts it off again. Fragsters have been losing man advantages early, too. Something else that hasn't been going their way just yet.
They do take outside at the very least this round, get their way down towards B. Bomb yet to cross, as Torben still holds the outside with Dragonfly, waiting. And this Rap is actually coming in through the spawn. They've gone through Garage. Mertz is one step ahead of it, though. I think he suspected it. The flashbang in is good, but they're going to hear the runaway. Surely they've heard those footsteps. Apparently not. No one's looking towards it. Flash again over. Kirby finding another one in the meantime, and now Bubsky just looking for his opening kill, but it's MSL again to strike from the heavens, taking him down, dropping all that outside control, and leaving just Torben stuck in the lobby in a 1-on-5. This round from Fragsters has not gone well. I
really like those kind of traps North have been setting on that outside. I mean, you compare that to the round previous when Mertz has nobody trying to push him from the side of Garage, right? And he's just looking into the bottom of hell. This time he feels the pressure. They're coming inwards. Kirby knows that he has to come out from Mini and find impact, so he saves him. And they find Fragsters just skewed from so many different directions. I mean, the angles outside are so deadly. And not to mention, you've got top ground advantage as well for the counter-terrorists. Like, if you're just walking forward on the floor, there are so many spots for you to check, so many places you can be caught off guard from. And that's what we see in this round. Just North putting on a bit of a clinical execution as they walked into the trap. And this is what we talked about, right? Now the momentum back for North. They're going to tie this up at 5 unless Fragsters throw some kind of wild Hail Mary.
Nice to see Mertz as well having a great day so far. He's been having a lot of impact outside. Frax has been continually going towards this yard position and shut down almost every single time. So the AWP having big impact, and now we just have pistols for the Ts. As they are going to set up already fast towards the A site. Dragonfly just splits in through main. AZ tagged up, but he can't find the kill. These players need to come out of Squeaky and assist him at the very least, but AZ's just not committing to any duels. Drops off, Kirby supports him, AZ repositioning within the site, and Valdi even finding one in the meantime. Fragsters are getting torn limb from limb, and the damage has been done, but finally a kill has come through. Bubsky even takes B in the meantime. He could get a plant.
Yeah, looks like he will, so silver lining for Fragsters, but they only get one kill in the process too, so they're not even starting to chip away at what North has built up these last recent rounds. An interior push from Fragsters, not fancying their chances outside anymore, especially once you have those pistols. So far, North have actually already started to respond to what Fragsters threw in the gun rounds. You know, we talked about the pistol rounds and the pistol success from Fragsters. Great, that's what starts off this half. But I am seeing an adaptation in North's defense already, right? Setting those traps outside, gunning down Fragsters with initial man advantages. It's almost like today, as seen in the second day of this tournament, North have started to gel together. They're starting to piece together all of their individual performances. Everybody doing their job, their role. They're doing it well. But back in with a buy, Dragonfly the op, rifles aplenty, and a great flashbang from MSL. This is where they're looking to disrupt the setups, but now Valda sprays through it, and he's pummeling them with bullets.
And this is exactly what you said, Connor. You wanted to see North play with no respect for Fragsters. Get in their face, don't allow the setups, just play confident, and that's exactly what they're doing. 2 from Mertz, AZ trying to shut down the B split, Bubsky's just pinned in the corner, and North find another round. Look at the aggression. MSL may have not landed the kill, but it was a spray through the smoke from Valdi that sealed the deal. And obviously, in all of that commotion, it allows Mertz to push up inside of the hut and catch 2 while they're distracted. Very effective push from North.
I mean, we've seen North now counter Fragsters in the sense that they sit back and wait for that outer lurk that Fragsters have been trying to play. And now we're watching them counter Fragsters by just playing their own game and getting aggressive. So North are definitely throwing multiple different types of strats at Fragsters, and all of them have been working out so far. Mertz is also having an incredible game. 12 frags already. Good stuff from him. Molotov at the feet of Bubsky and Dragonfly. They'll cross regardless. Torben even taking a bit of a licking, and as he jumps upward, Mertz will hit the shot. Again, that op is so impactful, and AZ even holds off on the cross. Now Refresh gets them something to play with, and there is that man getting closer to the B site, but it's not that with Bomb. He doubles back. Now it's been dropped.
And North have moved another man down in the meantime as well, so 2 on that bomb. A difficult retake scenario for Fragsters and a mission they need to accomplish, giving away the position. Stown shoots out. Mertz is tunnel vision though, so he could get killed from the man walking out of the hut, but Refresh is too slow, checking everywhere else. And North have given up the A site. They have no need for it. Mertz is going to drop down as well, just try and play down B, where the bomb is under their control, and the hallways can always be a very difficult place to regain control of. MSL pushes main to his death, but still a man advantage is held by North, so it's not over just yet. Fragsters need to try and work into this vents, and AZ the sole protector of that position. The flash in will not work. He takes him down. It's down dead, and now Refresh stuck in a 1v3. Again, not much time to work with here. Not looking easy for Fragsters. North seemingly finding their 7th unless we see some heroics.
A solid hold and another round for North. They are definitely coming into this one. I mean, AZ with a 4K too. I love seeing this from North. This is the North I want to see, right? Like, I want to be a fan of them. I don't want to see these struggles anymore. It's never fun when you see a team with an incredible high skill ceiling just seemingly drop off the face of the earth. So they are putting together a solid CT side. Luckily for Fragsters, they did start off with a 5-0, but this is now 7 straight back by the Greater Danes.
Short pause from Fragsters, definitely the right time to do it as well. This has been 7 in a row. Fragsters needing to switch some things up. They need to get rid of Mertz here, mainly outside. If they want to keep committing to these yard control rounds that they are so prominent in doing so, then yeah, Mertz needs to go. They need to get him out of this position because he's constantly just repositioning, switching up his spot every single round, never playing stagnant, never predictable.
And one thing we haven't seen from Fragsters is actually that smoke execution that Dust was so highly praising earlier, right?
Yeah, we saw one.
Have we seen it once?
Yeah, one.
Okay.
And Mertz missed his shot. I think Fragsters even won that round.
There we go. I mean, if he's just continuously playing that heaven position, then try to smoke him out. We know they have that deep utility pool, but they will just go back for the wall of smokes. Not committing to it as they actually split Torben and Refresh back around towards Mini. So this is trying to sell the B rotation for North when in fact they're going to split into the A site. But they're going to need these entries. And Kierby, well, he's just going to patiently sit back, but his head's on a swivel, and he does get distracted long enough for Stown to drop him. Now, MSL even finds some cover, and they're getting stagnant now. They're stopping just by the vents, because Mertz stops for no one until finally Dragonfly will respawn. But 1 versus 3, North have done enough already. It's a matter of cleaning up shop.
Yeah, it's North just relying on their teammates as well. You can see MSL just not committing to a duel. He knows if he goes down, Frags is just getting an opportunity to win the round. If he hides, stays alive, let someone else get the job done, and then it is Mertz, it's theirs for the taking. So North, very good team play, not overcommitting to gunfights on that A bomb site, and yeah, fantastic stuff. So another round on the board. Fragsters with only pistols in that one, so it's not the end of the world, but we commonly see them hit that A site with pistols. Maybe they should go for another fast-paced attack. That did have a lot of success earlier on into this map, but again, now North had the money. They have Molotovs. Mertz is up in the heaven to shut down that A play with the AWP. A lot of options here for North. And Fragsters, again, like you could look at this game and go, okay, even if this ends as a 10-5 half, Fragsters have still got enough rounds on the T side of nuke to contend. It's just, you know they're going to want more. This is their map pick. This is where they're comfortable. Not that North shy away from this one at all, but Fragsters have had so much success in the past with this exact map. We need to see maybe another round.
What we haven't seen, actually, is a grenade execution from the T's into A site, right? We haven't seen them make use of these new vents. We haven't seen the Molotov on top of Hut to burn MSL out of his position, and he's been so consistently playing this. You know, get a Molotov into heaven, get a Molotov on top of Hut, and maybe then try to flood into the A site. Something maybe they could think about.
These are the smokes again. That's a heaven smoke. Frags is focusing on outside control, but KRB's actually got the lockdown here. If Frags go for this B play off the back of the deep smokes, which they don't have to. They can split main, but with the current positions, it's looking like potential late B play. KRB jumps on top of the railing. Good damage done. He won't get the frag, but he gets at least a lot of information that Frags are committing to this outside position. This Raptor main again coming in. What we saw from the previous buy round where they faked it with smokes, and MSL, he snuck in behind all of them. They have absolutely no idea. Dropping in behind. It's going to be a turnaround for Dragonfly, but he's just not ready for the shot. MSL doing more and more, just delaying Frags, knowing they've got a thorn in their side, a man behind enemy lines. They can't get this bomb down. MSL follows up again, and that just leaves 2.
Yeah, they've got their plant, sure, but they've already disrupted what they wanted, the plant for mini side, where Valda comes in. Utilities being thrown out by the CTs, and a bit of mistimings, giving Stown a chance. He's on 20 points of health. MSL's out into the open. He needs the AK headshot, but he's not going to find it. It's North with another, and they just keep delivering.
What a fantastic round from MSL again. Like, pushes up into lobby. The second he sees those outside smokes, takes control of the Hut, and when they go back for the fake, I mean, that would have been Frags' rounds, assuming MSL didn't play that so damn well. Because they went for the outside smokes, and again, with that, they previously committed down towards B or even wrapped the CT spawn, but no, this time they just go for the A play. The same strat from the previous round, push 2 in from main, and North are just 1 step ahead. MSL is just 1 step ahead. 3 kills from him and another round for North. There's 1 left of the half, and I can't say I've got hope in Fragsters finding this one. They may have the full buy, but every round has been unsuccessful since their first 5.
They're going to pick up the pace really quickly again. They'll go for this charge, and there's already fire at their feet. Nobody clears Mini first, so AZ does get 1, and MSL's position allowed yet once more. But the fast flank's been punished. Mertz comes in and doesn't get his shot initially, although incredibly close. Dragonfly holds on with just a sliver of health, and it's a man advantage for Fragsters in the 15th. Kierby's wrapping around towards lobby side, where he will find Dragonfly tagged. And this is going to allow for Mertz to get back above. Obviously announcing himself with utility, trying to burn players out of hidden corners and trying to flash as a distraction. He's hoping that Kierby hits this on its head, which he might. He's got a little bit of time to play with. We're at the 15-second mark, so now they need to move. 10 seconds to clear all 3, and they started off with the first, but can Kierby seal the deal? It's 6 health and not enough. Dragonfly will clutch it, and Fragsters win at least a 6th round.
And there's the perfect round for Fragsters. That's exactly what we've known them for in these rifle rounds. Continual trading, never letting North really get the man advantage. When we see them go for a far more slow-paced attack, it's either North getting aggressive or getting a kill and just not offering up a trade. When we see Fragsters just run out to the A site, yes, the opening kill comes from North. It's an instant trade onto AZ. MSL finds one from the roof of the half. Hut, instant trade back from Fragsters. They never allow North to take a heavy man advantage when they're so grouped up together. So nice teamwork from Fragsters again. Something we've been complimenting them on so far this event, but North is still in the lead. However, a 9-6 half on nuke, certainly nothing to turn your nose up at. Pistol round's going to be important here for Fragsters, because if North find it, we could see a 12-6. But then again, how good have Fragsters been on these pistols, Connor?
They've been great. They have been great, right? They've offered opportunities with the upsets to follow, but what's scary, of course, is that, sure, 6-9 half is fantastic. Considering the 5 of those rounds come off of the opening 5, it's a little scary. And then when you consider what Fragsters have been capable of on nuke already, this is definitely one of the best CT sides against them that we've seen. And we are going blow for blow here on the A site. Bubsky's still up, but he's being wrapped around. Oh my god, he even gets another. And Refresh starts to bail them out. The pistol's theirs.
And again, if you watch that kill feed that round, I don't think there's more than a second after North find each one of their first 2 openers that Fragsters don't trade them straight back. The setups are so good on the A site. No idea how Bubsky finds his next kill there when he's getting wrapped from the back and also pinned from the front out of the hut door. But really good round from Fragsters there. And that's a pistol. That's a lifeline. Full Famases. They don't want North to come in with a big reset. These Deagles can be dangerous, as we know. So Fragsters just playing safe with rifles here in the second round of the half. But again, they found all the conversions in the first half. So if they do lose this game and find conversions here, that would be a big loss for Fragsters. It'd be North looking very strong on the rifle rounds, as we have seen. Although North taking this one a little slower. Looking at the outside position so far, Dragonfly is down the stairwell. But again, no utility here for Fragsters, no kits. They can't afford to give up a bomb site because retaking is going to be very difficult. And assuming North will have upgraded to some weaponry if they get a plant, further complications ensue, but North sneak their way outside. Fragsters, not a lot of information. It's actually Dragonfly at the back of the hut here, waiting for contact.
Giving a lot of room for them to work with. Stound's going to hear all of these footsteps, though. I'm sure Refresh is starting to sweat. Here comes Dragonfly striking from behind. Kierby even catches one off guard, and Valde does the same. This is North now with the man advantage, and they know Dragonfly's isolated, so all they have to do is take him down. That's a weapon retrieved, and they've done it. But Torben, he has other ideas. And while he loses 50 health in the process, he at least gets one.
Now it's just where the North go. They're going to look for a pick, look to try and open up a bomb site. There will be the split coming through main, and Valde coming up through heaven at the same time. Can Bubsky double down? He's getting wrapped, and Valde saves the life of his teammate. Now a 2-on-1 in favor of North. But where has Torben flanked? They last saw him in hell. He's instead now wrapped all the way back to lobby, so he may have the element of surprise to grab a single kill, but then North need to trade. Both players on the site, one in the heaven. He knows one is on the bomb plant because he just stuck the bomb, and now Torben pushing out, giving away his position. AZ, just knowing he has the support from Valdi, doesn't need to commit to a duel here. Torben is forced to find the kill, and he does. Does he know that Valdi's still up? Taps the bomb, 10-second defuse, no kits in play for Fragsters. We already mentioned this, and Valdi's just going to bait it out again. Torben tackling the bomb, but Valdi's just continually taking fights, and maybe one fight too many. Torben wins the round.
That's big. Valde really committing to that gunfight. I mean, maybe he assumes he's incredibly tagged up, but it's a matter of time, and Torben will take it.
I think Valdi's looking, because he knows Torben, taps the bomb, walks back 2 meters, and then he has to run forward to tap the bomb again. So that second peek from Valdi was really good. It's the issue he just kept doing it, right? Because he knows Torben goes back in, so he re-peeks before he taps the bomb while he's looking at the ground. But it's the third peek that catches him off guard. He does it too early.
And so, Fragsters will convert. We said this in the first half as well, right? Remember, that first pistol round goes the way of Fragsters, but the follow-up was, in fact, a 1-versus-1 situation that Fragsters barely won with. We get into the second half, Fragsters pick up again a pistol round, and the follow-up is a 1-versus-1 that could have gone either way. So these starting few rounds for Fragsters, while they have, of course, added them to the board, are not convincing in any way whatsoever.
It's still an improvement, though. That's what I'm looking at. At the end of the day, they continually lost these second rounds, and not even close loss. Like, got dominated by pistol forces. So, I mean, it's an improvement to at least take them. But yeah, as you say, that's definitely not clean from Fragsters, and the money's not great. As a result, no surprise, North force up into the third round. I don't blame them. 3 AKs, dropped over by MSL and AZ, limits them when it comes to armor, but it's a decent buy. Fragsters only have a couple of rifles themselves. SMGs on both Bubsky and Refresh. Let's see if North can catch them off guard. That is the aim of this buy. If you can go for a quick pace or even just not show the fact that you've got guns until you take that first gunfight, Fragsters may be expecting P250s and Glocks here.
They're going to creep their way outer as well. Makes sense. Try to play those rifles at a distance. Smoke down on Mini. That could allow for this wraparound, and look at this. There's no counter-terrorist actually above. The only player backwards is Dragonfly, and he gets taken down. Mertz and Kierby combined to win this duel. The AK-47's now just starting to fire off because obviously the element of surprise has been lost, but AZ has somehow got himself onto the rooftops just like MSL did once. He'll wait though. No reason to strike himself. He just needs to hold down the map.
There's the trade back in though, so 4-on-4 and still with KRB low. This is a bit of an issue, but somehow he's going to find 2 kills. Where has that come from? 2 kills on just 2 points of health. Mertz is also going to follow up. And suddenly, I don't even know how, but this round has fallen apart. Fragsters are left to 1 man. North's force for the second round in a row, seemingly working out, but it's not over yet. Stown just holds on to A. Issue is he has to pop the vents to get down towards that B site where it seems that North want to commit. So giving away his position in the process, and again, he does have a kit to work with at the very least, but 14 seconds left up. He's just trying to take duels. He's trying to stop them from getting this plant in. It will come down, and he uses the downtime to get quickly into the site and try and catch off AZ while he's getting off the bomb. Damage done to AZ, and Stown cleans it up. 1 frag found, but he's on 8 points of health. He may decide to back off. Maybe worth going for the repeat though, knowing KRB is low also, and no one fighting here from North, no need to. Stown needs to tap the bomb, and being so low, the double peek is easily going to be accessible for North, but KRB finds it himself. How does he find 4 kills with such little health?
I have no idea, but I do like the play from North. They go for the around the world. They find the footing outdoors. Nobody stops them by the time they get to Mini already, so when we get that peek from Hell, Dragonfly just gets pushed back into the railing. And that opens a very clean route for North to move forward. Now, of course, it's coupled with Kierby going off.
Yeah.
Finding kills when he had absolutely no business doing so. Just incredible aim. And that's when we start talking about the skill ceiling of North. You know, AZ's been criticized as of late. Mertz has been criticized. And both those players are stepping up here in this map, the opening, versus Fragsters, who will come into this with a force buy of their own, but it is so limited. And Mertz is doing a good job of just playing the counter flank. He's not going to reveal himself, not going to give up the duel. You can no longer go from Mini on to top of Twinkie, as you could previously. Nuke going through so many changes as of late. But what hasn't changed is that Danes can definitely play it.
Yeah. I mean, you're seeing that right here, right now. The Danish derby. One thing as well I like from North as well is that we've seen throughout pretty much the entire tournament, it's always been like 3 players stepping up and 2 players at the bottom of the board, pretty far off. Now we have everyone performing. Everyone is stepping up. Everyone is getting kills. And Torben is going to start things off this round. Valdi's dead. Weapon unretrievable back on ramp, but still, it's a kill. And not much loss as well. Fragsters hold on to most of their health. So now, North need to respond. The pressure is on. 40 seconds on the timer. And they're looking towards potentially splitting in through this main position because they still have a man up in the lobby. That's AZ. Push coming in from the roof. Stound's going to be fully flashed out. Can't respond there. KB falls in with that trade and follows up. It's going to be Mertz hitting a shot. Torben trades back and Refresh will upgrade to a weapon here in the lobby, but Fragsters are still in a 3v3.
Nice little reposition here, but Mertz goes down to the B bomb site. That's going to open up the route for the bomb.
They have no idea.
Nope. No clue at all. Now this is when nuke comes into play, right? How scary is it when the sound cues don't necessarily add up? They've realized, though, and already we're at that 30-second mark on the timer. Torben's going to be moving over towards ramp. Mertz is going to be allowing for him to go for the peak, but he loses the duel. So Kierby and MSL now have to lock this down. Man disadvantage. They hear the movement inside of the fence, but Dragonfly circumvents it. Refresh finds another headshot. It's all on MSL, and it's done. Fragsters win the retake. Fragsters win the force buy.
And somehow doing it again, not even knowing the bomb site that North planted on, but sick rotations and straight down with 2 kills from Refresh. That'll definitely get the job done. It's back and forth into this one, Connor. I thought this is where we potentially see North just start to run away with this game.
That's an instance where Refresh does what Kierby did just a couple rounds ago, right? He hits very crucial headshots in an instance where you're not quite sure what's going to happen, and his team was in a disadvantage. So going blow for blow. At this moment, North will take their tactical pause.
And again, what we now commended is the AZ effect. Refresh, bottom of the board for his team, but they wouldn't have won the round without him. He's had so much impact. Some big kills coming through for Fragsters, keeping themselves in this early stage of the half. Now the question is, how do North choose to invest? They got the bomb down. They did damage. They could force up here, Connor. We've already seen back-to-back forces from these teams. No team has made an eco the entirety of this half, and we're 4 rounds in. So let's see if North want to roll the dice again, want to bring the big guns, or do they want to take one for the team, give away a singular round to Fragsters to allow them to catch up a little bit, and then go for that buy. It will be that that is the case. It's an eco for North. Just at least saying, no, we know we're good enough on our rifle rounds. We don't feel a need to continue to force and potentially let ourselves get down. Fragsters have full rifles as well, so this is definitely a good decision made by North.
Immediately moving into the lobby, making noise too, right? Everybody's starting to fire pistols, especially through those smokes. And then we get the conga line moving towards outer. Kirby's been here the entire time, so they're sure there's nobody up close. In fact, it's going to be Stound outside of the back vent. He was cleared out of mini with a really good flashbang not too long ago. So we're starting to watch North play the same strat, so it seems, like they did when they had those 3 AKs. The difference being, this time it is just Deagles. They won't have the hardware behind the wraparound. And look at Dragonfly, so far back. This is what we talk about, right? Like it's a position where you're probably not going to expect it. And if he hits the shots, then it's definitely powerful. But they need to find a way to clear him. And in his distraction, Refresh starts to strike. However, swapping to the USP will still be enough. And he's convinced North to fall backwards a bit. They will still re-engage because they've got nothing else to play off of. They've found no openings. In fact, they've found nothing at all. It is just kill after kill. Refresh with 3, finally popped by AZ. And Kierby's Deeg will watch the back, where he blasts Bubsky into Tomorrow. Now there's been an M4 retrieved, and AZ, he's got a little bit of spacing, but they still have Dragonfly to deal with. And he is successful in dropping another body. The M4 gets, again, a chance for AZ to move. 15 seconds. But he loses the duel. Stound drops him from mini, and Fragsters will convert that. But it could look like it could have been so much cleaner.
Yeah, definitely. I love the setup, though, from Fragsters. You can instantly see Stound hears all of this movement outside, so he instantly calls for a rotation. We see Dragonfly go towards the spawn. We see Refresh sit in the back of this hell, and even Torben pushes up on ramp. So when Refresh here eventually backs off towards ramp in this position, he knows his back is clear. He knows his back is covered because Torben has taken control of the lobby. Very versatile from Fragsters, very on the move and keeping active even when they don't need to take gunfights. So good rotations from Fragsters, but a lot of of damage done by North considering the limitations on that previous round. Now we have Dragonfly up on ramp. This is confident here. Valdi's on the other side and he's going to hit the shot. Knows this one more because he heard the scope up, but somehow Dragonfly takes one, will not be able to double down. And with two from Valdi, he just walks right out of ramp because he knows it's empty. Refresh, not getting the information that he's wormed his way behind the boxes. And now Valdi can play his own game. The issue is Bubsky's flanked up as well. Fragsters taking the fight back in the favor of them as they pull up another 2v2. Mertz dropping one to drop down towards B, and this plant coming through as well. Bubsky
hesitates a little bit. Frag grenade goes deep. Excellent. Damages Mertz to 47. But Mertz will still be afforded an exit. KRB pops the vents. Now they should know where they're both at. And Refresh very hot on the heels of the terrorist who has now cleared the vents. And he drops downwards, hitting the headshot onto KRB. This puts Mertz back into the vents alone. Smoke double flash and the opening frag. He's on the bomb though. He's down to 2 seconds. Now he drops the flash and he's got it.
Sick round. Sick play. Refresh again having an incredible performance on this second half. Unstoppable for Frags as they find the lead back in their favor. Mertz, no idea what hit him. And the money for North as well, teeter-totting on the edge. $3,000 is all they have to play with. Mertz can drop over a gun. They can get a bit of a buy, but is it worth going for it? Or do you want to throw in an eco? They'll have so much loss bonus. I feel like pistols and armor would work here. Alongside that one rifle, try and get that catalyst gun to open up towards ramp. Maybe go for a faster play, get the bomb down on B. Split someone maybe through the late outside lurk or even squeaky down vents. A lot of options here for North. I think a full buy would be a bit of a dangerous situation. And considering they took the eco just a couple of rounds ago to get rid of this forced buy war, it'd be a terrible way to dig themselves down into the dirt again. But with Fragsters now taking the lead with the opportunity of finding a 12th before North surely have a full buy here.
It's really refreshing to see Fragsters come back into this game off the back of Refresh individually, seeing as he was that one player so far behind, right? He was the only man on Fragsters trailing. And the one thing we'd praise Fragsters throughout this weekend for was their consistency and even distribution when it comes down to the kills. So now you get that weak link stepping up just when it matters most. The tie is now a lead for Fragsters, only by 1 round. But you're obviously got everybody shooting on all cylinders. And Dragonfly opens with the pick. Now, Mertz's AK is what's really being set up to succeed here. He does have the bomb, which means once he decides to go for a plant, he's going to have to put that AK on his back for at least a little moment. Those situations can scare me.
Oh, wait. How has that happened? MSL just crept round outside. He's found himself an AWP. Now he's in a very dangerous spot. There's no one else going to contest it. Stown just falls out of outside because he doesn't want to give MSL an opportunity to find anything more with that AWP. Instead, he walks towards main and does get the opening kill. North, they can now split this A bomb site. They can now win the round. MSL, he stepped up massively. 3 kills here in a round that North are not planning on winning with just pistols and a solo catalyst rifle. Now with a man advantage, now with weapons on every single player. Torben trying to rotate up the vents, but the player to his left has his number. It's Mertz close in the corner. Torben not going to win that duel, and now it's just Refresh. The aforementioned player stuck in a 1v3, surely undoable, and he knows it. North have done it. They've won a round where they had no business doing.
What a sick round from MSL. I mean, sure, he finds the timing back behind the garage. Getting up into the AWP, you even said it, right? Stown repositions so that the likelihood of him dying to the sniper is lessened. And yet, MSL still hits a zinger of a shot. And he seals the deal. Gets the 4th. MSL leading by example. That is a crucial round for North now. That is a door opened up slightly, which they just kicked wide.
And again, this is one of the most highly criticized IGLs, and not being able to put up kills on the scoreboard is now destroying Fragsters. Him and Mertz. Again, another player who's had a lot of flack as of late of not being as good as some players, or people expected him to be once joining this roster. And North are doing it, 11-11, they pull it back with an eco. Now they go for the buy round, forcing Fragsters to pistols themselves, and Mertz has already opened up. Not only through the door, but with the kill to Dragonfly. Bubsky does respond, dropping the bomb in the hut, but he can't hold on to it for too long. And now the pressure comes in from main as North again look to split this A bomb site. Refresh with the scout, doesn't realize he's being wrapped from the left side. And oh, he may see the shadow. He does. That's Valdi dropped. And now Fragsters again with around themselves, they don't have a lot to work with, have the man advantage. But North, not out of the woods just yet. They may be able to still pull this back as they look towards ramp.
Yeah, we're starting to dance dirty here, Hugo. Everybody's looking for gunfights. We're looking to pick up the paces of the rounds, try to win these force buys as well, but Mertz clears Bubsky, catches him by the doorway, and allows AZ to get this plant. Now he's going to go into the Toxic. Blasts a hole in the door in order to keep a line of sight. And Mertz is just going to keep himself committed to the corner. Refresh comes upwards and oh, what a shot. It is going to put it onto Torben, but he reveals himself and doesn't take Mertz down to the process. Opens the door and dies. North will dodge a bullet because that round got scary for a moment.
Yeah.
Bubsky tries to step up on his own. However, with him dying on the B site so quickly, they're not able to put a defense in line. And it is North to move forward. Now, Fragsters have to offer up a round, and this could be North hammering the nail into the coffin.
I love those shots as well from Mertz. Like, you know there's a player around the corner, but he doesn't want to scope in because it gives away his position, gives that sound cue to the CT pushing up the stairs. So he just goes for the quick shot, waits until he's close. Fragsters stack outside, but with only default pistols here, we're not expecting a whole lot. In fact, we get even less. KAB mowing down 3, MSL joining the party, and Stown alone and wondering where his entire team has gone, stuck in a 1v5, and North just hold the position. They don't want to get flanked. They don't want to get caught by timing. They're just going to make sure they have the outside locked down until they isolate this last player, and Mertz will do exactly that. Bodies littering the floor, Connor, and 13 rounds taken by North. We have a leading Dane.
It was one of the X factors that the analyst desk did mention, right? We needed to see Mertz. He showed up on nuke. He has certainly shown up on nuke. Fragsters, though, will buy into the double op setup, trying to shut down any initial peaks and prods. Dragonfly and Refresh have the cannons. And where shall they go? One outside, the other back by CT spawn. So they're trying to use these snipers in response to an outer play. But in the meantime, Dragonfly can also support on the A site. It's going to be Stown to open the door. Nice little bit of teamwork there. And then AZ responds straight back. Stown crossing the doorway, punished for his aggressions.
He was just wiping to shut the door as well. I don't think he even wanted to take the fight. He just wanted to close it so they didn't have any more issue with North trying to work that door and take a kill onto the A site. A bit of a complication there for Fragsters. Has left them in a very compromising spot. Because again, still with 2 AWPs. If North somehow got down to that B bomb site, if the outside control wasn't enough for Fragsters, we could see a bomb plant. And then with 2 AWPs, you just have to save. You can't even go for that. Smokes outside, hints towards that exact play from North as well as they go for the wall. No one really in a position to stop it. Dragonfly is in the yard, but I'm sorry, he's actually up in main with an AWP. So yeah, really not here to stop it. We have Refresh potentially able to get something done with his own AWP, but at this point North have already worked a player down towards B. Torben is there to try and shut this down, but there's no utility, there's no kits, and there's only 30 seconds here for North.
Gonna go for the flash close up on Mini. Clear that out quite quickly. Refresh pushing his AWP back above. And Dragonfly, well, he's very close, but that's not going to stop him from opening it up. However, Bubsky's been dropped and Mertz responds. It is going to be onto Refresh or Torben's flank. Now Torben comes flying upwards and he can't get anything done. It's onto Refresh and he very quickly repositions. He wants to come in off of Mini. He wants to come in from behind them. The plant is on the opposite side, though. KRB gets it in. And still their eyes are set to the heavens above. Refresh, the Guardian Angel, has come in from a different direction. And now he's revealed himself as he pushes upwards. It's over. North will seal off yet another round, pushing this one further to the win.
14 up here for the T's. And money out the window for Fragsters as well. This is starting to look like North may be able to take away the map pick of their opposition. The underdog team that's had so much success in this event may finally be taken down a notch, potentially. We have just pistols here for Fragsters. They've got to give map point away to North. They've got to play for that overtime here. Definitely the better decision to make. But even then, a 4-round streak going to be needed from the CTs, and they've had trouble in the last few. This should be the 4th in a row for North themselves. And a very slow T-side approach to this round as they try and work out exactly what Fragsters are playing with. Do they have the buy? Are they on eco? It is the latter. As we can see, Fragsters very heavy setup towards ramp as well. First time we've seen this, North haven't really put a lot of pressure on ramp. We've seen a couple of rounds where they maybe flanked a man through, Valdi for example. but it may have been the right read to make. Now we have the AWP up. The issue is, you can read all you want, but Mertz is just still going to decapitate you with the first kill. North, a man advantage, and no need for a commitment off the back of that. They can still chill out. A minute on the clock. North not even looking to commit. They go back towards A.
A site open for the taking, too. There's nothing there to stop them. Molotov will ensure no overpeak, and the bomb will move forward. So Fragsters throw what they can. That's the flank. The initial ramp setup now will actually find MSL. He gets awkwardly caught on the ladder, so his aim's not reset by the time they wrap around. Unfortunately for Fragsters, they're being shut down on all the other fronts. Refresh towards Mini. And Bubsky using that retrieved AK for something. It's falling apart now. Understandably so. Fragsters not giving an opening. They wanted them to head over towards the ramp. That's where they looked to set their trap. A three-man stack that was picked apart by the Opper first and foremost, and then transition to a flank. But as said, right, they've lost everybody elsewhere. Ooh. And while Bubsky will try to take them down with a cause, he himself has fallen. Despite a 3K, they're not going to get this round. And at this point, we are so close to the finish line that that's all you need.
And again, we've already talked about the second map of the series being Overpass. That's one that I see Fragsters having a lot of difficulty on. I confidently thought North were going to take that, and now after seeing this performance, if they manage to close out this first map, this could be the 2-0 that Dust predicted. A big opportunity for North to quench this game before it's even become an issue, which could have been on Inferno, but now we're reaching what could be one of the last rounds here for North if they can find success. Quick towards the A bomb site already. Bubsky with the defense. One kill as he falls off the heaven as well. Into the side. They don't know he's here just yet. Giving away his position with the tap. But now CT starting to rotate in through. Jumping through smokes. MSL will catch one. Bubsky doubling down, but his teammate has his back. Refresh with the AWP. Traded from AZ outside of the squeaky door as well. And AZ's doubled it himself. Keeping this in check. Keeping this in a 2-on-2. And with Bubsky's position not known, an angle move to the right that AZ isn't aware of gives Bubsky the opportunity to strike, but he doesn't want to peek. He's so damn low, and the bomb is still dropped in. North just hold.
Mertz is the one who's trying to jackknife it open, and Dragonfly wins the op duel, so it is all on AZ. They know exactly where he's at. Bubsky's seen the trajectory from the nades. They know. And yet Bubsky doesn't go for it. Now he reveals himself and still is able to hit the backside, so Fragsters aren't done yet. Another round for them. And 3 more in a row is what is needed from the youngsters. But North have been in a fine position with winning all these rounds in a row. They will have an easy buy back in on this. Weapons can be dropped around. Fragsters as well. A sign of life that keeps them in this first map. It was never going to be easy, Hugo. And so overtime could be the ultimate challenge. Already, fire being thrown out from the counter-terrorists, holding back any kind of absolute aggression. But Mertz has been given room to work outside at the start of this round, and now he'll reposition. I feel like Mertz has been set up to succeed throughout Nuke on both of these sides. He's been given his space. MSL definitely trying to work him into the game plan. And he's stepping up, that's sure.
Oh, Kirby almost catches Dragonfly moving into the garage as well. Potential pick going the way of North will be just lost out. Style trying to contest the main. With the smokes down, North won't commit. Now after the spray and the reload coming in, they just move their way towards the stairwell. Taken for free, but again, it's a fake here from North. We've seen this before. They actually decide to wrap outside with the bomb through the garage. This could be your A play. As players still sit inside of the lobby. Lots of openings here for North. They want to clear out the CT spawner. I don't think Fragsters have an idea of what's even going on. Look how deep the bomb's got from MSL. He's making sure there's no one in the back line. And as North sneak their way up towards the heaven, Fragsters are none the wiser. They may have the time to play with, being favorable for Fragsters here, but North now start to have control, and Dragonfly, focused on hell, doesn't realize what's coming in through the heaven. It could be the devil to knock Fragsters down as North try and split the A site.
Bubsky up close. He takes down Mertz. That's no Opper now for the T's, but Valde doesn't check beneath. KRB will. And AZ's found another one, but Bubsky still has cover, and Torben off the FAMAS has himself a kill, so Valde would have to clutch in a 1 versus 3 with 10 seconds and the bomb by his side. He runs forward, where he falls. Fragsters have done it again, and I think you were absolutely right. Fragsters had no clue what was coming their way. There was 2 or 3 instances where Dragonfly misses information by literally milliseconds. The first one, the player on top of Silo. The second time, once he's in Hell, he's got an inkling as to maybe somebody working their way out from Garage, but he goes to check ramp just as MSL and co will cross. So they are afforded a lot of real estate in that round. North getting themselves onto the cusp of the bomb site, executing in an instant, and it's just Fragsters to win out on the duels when the pressure was on.
Yeah, the really good thing was they had a man pushed into main, so obviously that split from Mertz could have been a big issue. If that's timed well and he gets through the hut door as Valdi splits up through heaven, there's no way the Fragsters win that round, but the push into hut literally saves it for Fragsters, dropping the orb, quenching the split, and then giving more information. But not only that, the player stuck inside of the hut then knows that the T's are pushing out onto the A site, and he can just defend from the hut. A great position to hold on against the push to the A site, as Fragsters now give himself, again, another lifeline, fighting for 2 more rounds to overtime. And North, they're going to buy on up, saving a bit of money still for that final round just in case, but they've got the Catalyst Rifle. Now, take into account, Connor, they've won this round before, but they've already lost the AK. They're going to have to pick that back up to one of the armored players as they split down B. Stan
repositions too, trying to get ahead of this, and he will instantly take care of MSL. Now, Molotov should ensure his safety. He uses that instance to check the other side where him and Torben set the cross. The door in the back of the bomb site towards decontamination is swung open. It's down, now down. CZ gets the best of him, but Torben, still a bit of an insurance policy down here on the B bomb site. His position unknown. And while there is no pressure elsewhere on this map, North could still have a bit of a challenge sealing the deal. Refresh is ready to go downwards on Torben's call, but now the plant ensures it. Balda instantly headshotted, unfortunately for him. But Kierby does have that M4. He could come to life in this round, but it's going to take a monumental performance from him.
2-1-4 on the drop through the vents. That may seal the deal. Bubsky finds Kierby. And now it's just Mertz, the bomb, not even planted for him. Torn can defuse it without the knowledge, but he will be caught in the open. Mertz can't hit the shot to seal that frag, and yeah, he's just going to be hunted here. 4 players chasing him down with pistols. Nothing he can do. Fragsters keep themselves in this for 1 more round at the very least. 14 found. Frankly, in my opinion, I thought this game was going to be over after the streak of 5 for North to find 15, but Fragsters, ever so resilient, never giving up. And 1 more round away from bringing this to overtime.
Yeah, that's been the story of them this weekend, right? Just never giving up. No matter the odds against them, no matter the opponents ahead, they have managed time and time again. But this is it, 30th round. You'd hate to come all this way just to let overtime slip through your fingers, but we've unfortunately seen it before. Big buy from both sides. Dragonfly and Mertz on the ops. As opposed to opening the door, they blast it open. And Dragonfly will wait, clearing that newly added spot in the back of Squeaky Door. Molotov will flush it out. Mertz position, though. That's how they win the op duel. Now, Stown instantly trades guns. They still want the AWP to be a part of this equation.
Settle down. Stars. Boost back up as well, so Stown wants to contest the outside. They haven't got a lot of control. Torben is on ramp, so him and Refresh focusing on that position, and rightly so. North do have the bomb outside of it, but again, far from a commitment. They have so much time to work with. Fragsters with the AWP up in heaven, so he can watch both the A site and outside if that split does come through. But North really, apart from Kierby on the roof, have no outside control. With Kierby on the roof, though, gives an option to split the A site, so they throw nades in, but it's all an elaborate fake. They go back towards ramp, fast on in. Torben flashed out and Bubsky a kill in the meantime. Torben just needs to stay alive. He can't afford to take this fight and get traded at the very least. 30 seconds left. Good position on the corner. They line up. He only gets 1. Valdi back in with a trade, and the 3-on-3 as North hit the B site, but no, they back off.
Oh my god, right into Stown. His repositioning works out. The bomb's still not on the site, but Kierby does it again. He's found his opening in from the heaven, executes 2 with the headshots, and it is all on Refresh. He's got the kit and the frag, and he's going to try to get himself back into the A site, but this could be Kierby again, Hugo. They could have done it. The frag goes out, softening up Mertz, who then seals the deal. North just playing with their food. Oh, what a heartbreak for Fragsters. They push it to the 30th round, but you cannot contain Kierby. Out of nowhere. Out of the blue.
Yeah. Literally, that looked so good as well for Fragsters. Down rotates in through hell. He gets a kill to ramp as they decide to back off, hit that A site. But it's Kierby in heaven, and Fragsters with no information of that flank as well. Yeah. He was wrapping the outside from the beginning of the round. I thought that was going to be the A split with him coming in through main, but no. Instead, drops off the main roof. He goes all the way around towards hell, climbs up the outside, playing his own game. No one focusing on him, and drops 2 players on the A site, opening up the opportunity for North.
It's one of those situations where, we have access to X-ray and also radar, and at no point am I really fixating my attention on Kierby. No. So I can't imagine what it's like to be in the server trying to deal with that, right? He comes out of nowhere. It seemed very much like that B-site split. You did see Torben even, falling off, re-engaging at a perfect moment. Had he lined up both of those frags, which did present themselves, then I don't even know if they have the numbers to double back. Kierby's so far away from the bomb, but everything goes to a T for North in that final round. And the heartbreak, a 30th round loss for Fragsters. I've
got to say, though, aside from that, that was a really good game. Like, it's very rare we get to watch 2 teams on nuke who are really comfortable with the map and have a lot of versatility in their setups and some good T-side attacks as well from Fragsters and North, especially in that final round. There were some really nice rounds. It's very rare to see 2 teams that just both know what they're doing.
North counters. That's the best part, right? North knew exactly what Fragsters were doing. So both teams understanding the map themselves, but Fragsters being figured out by North, at least on their T-side. We'll talk about that once we come back to the analyst desk, but first, a short break.
5 reasons to bet on bets.net. 1. We are not a bookmaker agency. We are a betting exchange. We are fine with any outcome of the event, so we have no reason not to pay your win. The information about the bets is available for everyone in real time. We stand for fair esports. 2. Instant replenishment and withdrawal of funds. No delays, checks, and restrictions. 3. Convenient mobile app on iOS and Android. All site functionality is in your pocket. Bonuses for each user of the app. 4. More than 800,000 people trust us. We are the most visited esports bet site in the CIS. 5. All coefficients are fully transparent and the commission rate is the lowest. We play fair.